Right then lads, in today's video, a bit similar to the midfielder video that I done a couple of days ago. Today we're going to be speaking about the fullback situation at Newcastle United, and I feel like these are the two main speaking points at the minute with the squad, the midfield and the fullback situation. We've spoke about the midfield, what I think Eddie Howe should do and what not. Let's go on to the fullback situation. Make sure to leave a like, boys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to go and see that midfielder video, speak about the midfield, speak about everyone and what I think should happen to that team, I put at the top. There'll be a link in the description and the end screen to go and see that. I'm still trying to get videos out during this international break. It's a killer, but we are back next week against Brentford and the Champions League is very, very soon. Anyways, let's get into it now. Let's speak about the fullbacks. So then, the fullback situation at Newcastle United. To date, we've got 5 fullbacks, 3 left backs and 2 right backs. So you can include 3 right backs if you include Javier Manquillo, but I can't see him playing much football this season. I'm not going to sit here and go player by player as I did with the midfielder. I'm going to just speak about left back and right back. We'll briefly speak about right back because it's a bit of a subject where it's not really going to get spoken about by Newcastle United fans. Right back situation at Newcastle. Kieran Trippier is 32 now, getting to his age. He's the club captain when he plays football at the minute. I can't see him getting dropped. I think it's a shame because Tino Livramento will probably not get enough of a chance where he probably deserves it. It's a shame, but I want to see him a left back, yes, but we'll have to get on to all of that in a second. We've got a lot to speak about that left back situation. With the right back situation, I think it'll be good for Livramento's fitness and whatnot, and getting him, because obviously he just came back from injury, you know what I mean. He came back to a Southampton team that was already relegated and whatnot. It was a shame about his injury, but he's back in full flow and he's obviously learned off Kieran Trippier as well, which is massive for him. I feel like in games where we've got Brentford, AC Milan, Sheffield United, Man City, I think for one of them games I feel like you've got to drop Trippier just for the sake of fitness. We've got Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday and then Saturday. That is quick run of games, and Kieran Trippier, he's a brilliant player, brilliant in the head, brilliant analysis of the game, but I feel like it's not fair. I feel like it'll not be fair either for playing against Man City in the Cup. I feel like if you give him a decent run out against Sheffield United, even in left back, I think it is only fair, but that is not me. My decision and whatnot, that is Eddie Howe's decision. It's a tough one to call, obviously, because obviously it's Trippier, captain, could do well for you and whatnot, but I think it's just unfair on Livramento. The reason for doing this video is the left back situation at Newcastle United, and one thing before I speak about the left backs is just one thing that I just don't get. With Eddie Howe, when he's came in at the club, right, he's made it clear when a player gets signed, it's very, very rare when he hoys them straight in the deep end. A couple of players, Chris Wood was one of them. We only had him as a striker, and then obviously we had Tonali. He's played every game so far since signing for the club, and then apart from that we've had to gradually bring the players in. Bruno was one of them. He came in and didn't get in the team straight away, while Trippier played every game when coming in, but there's a couple of players who had gradually made themselves come in. We've been stressing for a left back all summer. We give Eddie Howe a loan deal for Lewis Hall and an option to buy, I think it's 35 million. Geordie lad, 18 years old, one of Chelsea's best players last season, and he doesn't play him. But the thing for me is he's been asked about it, and it was not it was really said with that situation. Dan Burn, Matt Target, Lewis Hall. For me, starting left back, it has got to be Lewis Hall. It has got to be. One thing for me is we were 3-0 down against Brighton, right? You take off, who was it? I think it was, you take off Matt Target, who started the game. We'll get on Target in a second. You move Dan Burn back to left back, who actually isn't even a left back, to put Jamal Lascelles on. I don't get that when you've got a fit, ready Lewis Hall sat on the bench who can easily come on, make an impact. I won't say he would have won with the game, he wouldn't have, but I don't get it. I think Lewis Hall would work really, really well with Gordon or Barnes. But I think they would work together. Whereas with Target's a little more sit back, Dan Burn sit back, even though Dan Burn does get up at times. I feel like they just don't give you that going forward, where I think Lewis Hall gives you massive threat going forward, and obviously defensively as well. He gets stuck in massively, Lewis Hall, in them games he played for Chelsea. I just don't get it. We've given anyhow the money to spend money on fullbacks as we needed them, and he's not playing them. That's one thing for me that I just don't get. I've had someone I don't know, because if this was Bruce, then I'd be a bit more in the Bruce for a situation like this, where I think Eddie Howe knows a bit more and whatnot, where I feel like Steve Bruce was a bit thick when he was at Newcastle, where Eddie Howe, I feel like he knows what he's doing. But there's no way you can't justify bringing Jamal Lascelles or moving Dan Burn to left back, who's naturally a centre back, when you've got Lewis Hall and Livramento sat on the bench. It doesn't make sense. They're young, yes. They are younger than me, yes. But why does it say that they've got to sit on the bench week in, week out? Livramento's only came on against Man City. That it isn't fair. It isn't. Lewis Hall deserves game time. I don't know why. Things with Matt Targett, when he played against Brighton, he got that chance with Botman being injured, and he moved Dan Burn into centre half, and for me he didn't take it. He didn't. A lot of times making mistakes. It was one of them games for Newcastle, yes, we didn't play well, but it wasn't just like, oh, you've done okay. To be fair, I think Dan Burns have had a bad season so far, where I see fans going 33 start and kill myself and stuff like that on Twitter. Yes, I want Lewis Hall start over Dan Burn, absolutely, but I don't think it's fair to, like, it's a tricky one to call. It's got to be the type of game, whereas I think Brentford could be a Dan Burn game. Playing against Brighton, Man City and Liverpool, I don't think that's Dan Burn's type of game. Sheffield United away, that's Dan Burn's type of game. A tough fixture where you can get stuck in. That is that type of game. When you've got to be switching on as a football team, I think Lewis Hall gives you that. He's played in the Champions League. He's experienced a lot in the 12 games he's played for Chelsea. 18 years old. I feel like we've got to start trusting some with players, and I don't know if that will happen. It's such a tough one to call that I generally don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the fullbacks, lads. For that game versus Brentford, I think Sven Botman will be fit, and I feel like Dan Burn will start left back with Trippier right back. I feel like he'll keep to what he knows anyhow, and if we don't beat Brentford and we concede some goals, changes have got to be made. Make sure to leave a like, boys, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one.